Over the years, I've suffered more disappointments and setbacks that had me collapsing under the weight of unachieved habits, or worst of all, ones that took me in the wrong direction. Can you relate? If you're nodding, this podcast will introduce you to a refreshing, unconventional, winning approach to shaping your future. Stay tuned. Welcome to the Thrive with Nancy podcast, Screw Habits, where I'll discuss a better way of generating a doggone good life and career. Why do I say screw habits? Well, they more often than not leave me feeling a failure because I haven't kept them up. Oh, I did a gangbuster job of starting the process of keeping promises. Just not over the long haul. And I'm not even soothed to know I'm no different than anyone else listening. A survey by Drive Result confirms only 9% of people actually stick to their goals. And since daily self-acceptance is the cause of most people's happiness, you may want to test out some of my generating a great life ideas. Through the years, I've observed executives, including myself, have determined new habits without much thought. Rather, they've decided willy-nilly with little big picture thinking involved. So let's work through a thinking equation that will facilitate a real attainable future for you. Begin by thinking backward. Why did you stop being accountable for your last failed habit? A few stumbling blocks always pop up when I ask clients this question. First is the planning fallacy issue, as identified by two social psychologists. Over-optimism is the culprit. Humans seem to be underestimating how long an activity will take, so they make a big commitment without the bandwidth to make it a reality. The second is a genuine passion issue. The immediate yes is rarely based on a desire for the actual long-term destination. Rather, that would be nice emotion more often launches the process. But that's not nearly enough passion and dedication to overcome the long haul of a career. Passion is a powerful motivator, but even more critical when long-range purpose is driven by strong positive emotions. Executives are more resilient when they encounter barriers, and we all know there's always a problem along the way to success. Third, there is a rigidity issue. Once a destination is locked and loaded, there is no allowance for exploring or adjusting the journey in. This mindset limits creativity and has you stifling other opportunities that come along the way. Even in the face of changing circumstances, you may resist pivoting. Now, shall we set this next conversation in a historical frame of reference to give us a deeper perspective of the issue? Sage advice throughout the ages say change requires goal setting to generate a new routine that step by step moves you to your desired outcome. I must confess, I too have aided clients in developing new habits based on this theory, sometimes with satisfactory results, but regularly with less than satisfactory results. The whole topic is really troublesome to me. I acknowledge that consistent practices shape our lives. The issue is the starting point of goal setting and habit forming. Challenge yourself. Is this the best, most effective method to accomplish the results you desire? I believe there's a better way to achieve your hoped-for results, a concept that is more natural because it doesn't necessitate unstinting willpower, that muscle to hold you to the habit. No, with this concept, it is curiosity, exploration, learning, and a passionate desire to shake hands with your future that is the forerunner of your actions. Stop goal setting. I know that's a radical suggestion. Begin to think mile markers, which offers a whole new perspective on this envisioning business. Imagine you're driving along the highway. Do you pause at mile markers to celebrate your high-fiving everyone for your great goal setting or mile marker achieving? No, never. Instead, you acknowledge your progress and continue driving to your ultimate destination. Let me paint a picture of a career using mile markers. My favorite vacations have always been what I loosely think of as improvisational. These driving trips start with a plan for the first night and a feasible ultimate destination, but after that, all bets are off. We drive along the highway at a speedy click until we spot a road sign that sparks our interest. Off we go, curious to explore an attraction, something we'd never heard of before. Sometimes we'd wind our way along back roads in pursuit of a new experience. Sometimes we'd head back to the highway, finding more appeal in our original destination. The flexibility, what fun. These improvisational trips were so important to our souls, and they became the highlight of any journey we went on. How does this relate to your career? Locking yourself into a final destination and establishing goals slows down progress and has you focusing on the wrong support system. Too often, executives stick rigidly to a grand career plan without ever exploring lateral assignments where you acquire new skills. Sometimes these executives uncover a whole new career destination. Sometimes the experience solidifies their original plan. Openness, exploration, flexibility, and discovering new passions is where live, dynamic, fulfilling careers emerge. Want a vivid example of a rigid career goal setting potentially hampering a future? Susan was offered a transfer position working directly for the global CEO in Europe, but intended to turn it down because she would be giving up managing direct reports. As Susan argued, on my resume, it would look as though I went backward. But she wasn't computing all the wisdom and connections far more valuable in the long term. Together, we challenged her premise, and she decided to explore a new vision. Several years later, she became the company's highest-ranking woman, something that was never, ever on her radar before working with the CEO. Try out the mile marker theory for yourself and realize a more enjoyable, relaxing, and way more effective method for gaining your career dreams. Interested in learning more vital tips you can tap into for yourself? Well, come and visit Thrive with Nancy to explore a wealth of free resources. If you're excited to create mile marker opportunities in your career, is it now the time to experience a career strategic partnering relationship? It is where you and I personally design career desires for you through a full-on partnership. Sign up for a free strategic call at www.thrivewithnancy.com/executive. You should know by now, no successful executive reaches the top or even arrives at their next destination alone. I want to be a dynamic partner on your success journey. Helping others is my calling, after all. I'm thrilled you've listened to the Thrive with Nancy podcast. My intention is to offer quick tips designed for you to apply right away, ones that will boost your career immediately. I bet you're already considering ways to implement these new ideas. Perfect! Now, if you do me a favor, pass the podcast link on to those who will benefit, your friends and coworkers. Thanks so much.